buy international medical insurance. This is an absolute must. Doesn't matter if you have health issues or not. My friend was 15 years old, visiting his uncle in Florida. He's Canadian. And basically, $28,000 what it cost him just because he had a bicycling accident. He hurt himself a bit, and they brought him to the hospital, x-rays, all that stuff. By the time he was out, 7-8 hours later, he had already racked up $20,000 worth of fees. It's absolutely ludicrous in the United States, the amount of money that they will charge you. Now, if you have an insurance company in the US, for example, and I used to live in New York, they're gonna fight it, they're gonna debate it, you're gonna see an invoice for $13,000 that they're gonna end up paying $2,000. That's fine. They have a whole system behind them to make sure that the doctors are not screwing them. But that's not your case. And if you're a foreigner, they're going to send you that amount. Now, it depends who you are. Maybe you can go back home and they cannot sue you if you live in other countries. But if you're Canadian, for example, they have issues, you know, they have arrangement with other government. They have ways of getting to you. And the last thing you want is scrap your holiday and have a debt that you're going to pay for the next 5 years just because you had a little mishap. Insurance can cost you as low as a few dollars a day, $40, $50 for a month, depending on your age. Just get it. It's really worth it. I mean, to have peace of mind, that's true. Now, if you're traveling to, let's say, the Philippines or Vietnam or other countries, it's a bit less important because even if you have a huge issue, like my wife delivered in the top hospital in Manila, which is St. Luke Global in Taguig, when my daughter was born, C-section, complications, everything. She stayed at the hospital in a private suite for 2 days, $5,000. That's a joke, okay? That's literally nothing. So that's fine. If you go to that kind of countries and you have like a bit of an issue, you'll be able to fix it for not much. And the hospitals are amazing in some countries. Not all, obviously. Right now I'm in Jamaica. You know, it's cheap medical here, but it's also very backward too. So you want to be careful. You want to be able to have maybe mid-evac insurance. Like I'm in Jamaica right now. If I have a major issue, trust me, I'll evac out of here for sure. A lot of insurance would cover that. You can check Cigna. They're international. They're European. There's others like that. Personally, I would go Global Travel. There's other insurance that you should check. I'm going to list some down below. Honestly, that was more than a minute, but it's your health and it's your future too. Like I said, you don't want to come back home with a heart attack and a $100,000 bill. That would very be bad. Scan and copy every major document, okay? And I'm gonna say in the end, bring the original of your birth certificate, because if ever you lose your passport, you'll need it. And if you don't have it, you can be in trouble even in your own country. I was traveling back to Canada. It took me forever to get my passport back. I could have been stranded there for a few days just because I didn't have my birth certificate, at least the original, and didn't take the copy. And I'm Canadian. It's just that I don't live in Canada for a long time, so I didn't have that document handy. Trust me, bring that. Now, back to scan and copy everything. I say the stuff that you will need the most. Medical record if you have them. Technically, you should do that for yourself anyway, because if there's a fire, if you move, bucks get lost, whatever, try to scan everything. The title of your house, you know, a few utilities, definitely your passport, your visas, your children marriage certificate, your children's documents as well, and then upload what you can on the cloud. I would use Google Drive. Nobody's gonna know, nobody's gonna check, okay? Nobody's gonna use that information because they don't know it's an image. It's not a problem, okay? But it's worth having, because trust me, if you don't, the minute you're gonna need them, and you're gonna need them. I mean, seriously, if you lose your passport abroad, or if it gets stolen in your hotel, you're gonna be in trouble. You wanna have that. Also, if they ask anything, your car registrations, any kind of document like that, these are the things that you want to try to copy and have with you. And it takes no space. You can put them on a SD card, you can put them on a USB drive. There's a lot of ways of carrying these documents that you can have a direct access. You can have them on your cell phone. There's a lot of scanner programs that you could use for $3. There's one of the top one. I'll link it in the description below. I mean, honestly, it's really worth scanning your document, digitalizing everything, and upload it to the cloud. I do it all the time. Trust me, of course I travel a lot, but honestly, it saved me a bunch of times.